I'm going to be talking about why physical beauty isn't as important as inner beauty. Physical beauty has so many restrictions and expectations, while inner beauty doesn't. Physical beauty requires you to look a certain way because society says you have to be accepted. School is an example. If you don't act or look a certain way, you might not be included in certain groups of people. But another great example is models, because they are put through like the harshest restrictions and expectations of all. And there is this one Victoria's Secret model named Candice Swanepoel, and she was working so hard to meet Victoria's Secret's expectations for their models, and her contract was almost revoked because she was too skinny. So she was working so hard to fit this criteria, and in the end it didn't pay off at all. She was just criticized more. And seeing models look like they do, which is a really unrealistic way because models don't actually look like how they're portrayed. Teenagers, for example, are really influenced by this. That can cause teenage girls especially to think that they have to look like this to be considered beautiful. And it can result in diseases like eating disorders and depression and anxiety. And this also affects guys as well as girls, because society puts these unrealistic restrictions on how you're supposed to look. And if you don't look that way, then you're not good enough or you're not going to be accepted. But that's not the case. If you focus more on inner beauty, then the things that society says won't affect you as much. Physical beauty is a temporary thing. As you grow older and progress in your life, your beauty will fade. Certain things about you will change, and it won't stay the same, and it won't be considered beautiful anymore. Society tries to tear you down because you don't look a certain way, but if you build up enough confidence and positivity towards life and people, which is all inner beauty, the things society says to you won't affect you as much. If you work to achieve these unrealistic expectations the society sets for you, you'll never be happy with yourself. It'll just cause you to become more likely to fall into depression or other ways of coping, like addiction. But if you work to make yourself better on the inside, you will achieve more and you will be happier because you're working for something that will benefit you, not something that you feel like you have to achieve because society tells you that you have to. Inner beauty is a lot more important because it has more of a positive effect on your life, because your inner beauty will work to make you happier and more positive because you work to achieve that. You work to achieve things that you want in your life and how you want to be, not how society wants you to be. And working to benefit yourself will only help you in the long run because it's something you want, not something you're being pushed to do because you feel like you're supposed to act like this or you're supposed to look like this, because you're not. Society puts these unrealistic expectations on everything and everyone, and this will never work because you try to achieve one thing and you might, but then there's always something else. There's always something else that's wrong or that you need to fix, and it's just an endless cycle where you can't seem to meet the expectations that society wants you to meet. But if you focus more on your inner beauty, the things society tells you won't matter, because you'll build up this self-confidence and this positivity towards people and life in general. So these negative things that society tells you won't affect you, because you already have this mentality that you're good enough, because you are. And society tries to tell you that you're not, and they try to make you act and look a certain way when you don't need to. Because when you focus more on your inner beauty and the betterment of yourself, it benefits you a lot more than you might think. So if we focus more on ourselves and try to improve our inner beauty instead of working towards these unrealistic expectations of society, then we'll be a lot happier, because no matter what anyone says to us, we'll already feel like we are what we're supposed to be.